G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part number 25 of my Lightning Eye of Reckoning Archon playthrough. This episode we will be finishing Malmouth, I'm pretty sure, and then we'll be moving on to Forgotten Gods. So let's go ahead and get the boys out before I fail to remember, shall we say. And we were up to the fight for the Steelcap district, so let's head on out there and get our fighting shoes on. So it is definitely time to hold right click again. And let's turn the loot off as well. Because, well, there probably won't be heaps of it. It can be a little distracting. Alright, let's use Ascension, get a little bit of extra damage on the go here. Should last just long enough to get the majority of these hero types down. Yeah, pretty close, pretty close. Alright, and the loot. Well, we got the Mythical Amulet of Scorched Earth, which is actually not bad. That max fire resistance, quite useful if you want to take out Lokar. Obviously being on an amulet is not ideal because a lot of builds need their amulet. But hey, max fire resist is pretty good. And we got the Mythical Goliath Signet, which actually has some decent skill points for us. What do we got here? So that's a ring with +2 to Vaya's Might. Mogdragon's Pact. And Upheaval is... Where are you? That one there. We can't use that one. What else we got there? Vaya's Might's a movement skill. Don't really care about that. But Mogdragon's Pact is always good on a melee build. The regen is nice, but the flat physical damage is really what you're looking at there. Yeah, definitely not going to be making one, but that's not a bad ring. If you're struggling to find good rings, maybe look at crafting some, or you know, go kill Gollus a couple dozen times. Righto, what is our next move? Let's go and breach the gates. We will also talk to Korinia here, who sounds way too perky and upbeat for someone who's, well, pretty much dead. This entire city is a bombed out shithole at this point, and she is just super happy about it. Which is, it's definitely one of the choices of all time. Alright, let's head on out there. We've got, what is this? Pavros Undilon. Alright, anyway. Pavros is gone. It's very unfortunate. But it is what it is. Alright, so the mission today, as I mentioned, we're going to get through all of the city of Malmouth. Now, we're also in Ultimate, so we could go into Lokar. No, I'm kidding, we can't do Lokar. Melee builds and Lokar kind of don't mix at this level. Have to get some much better gear. Also, I don't really want to throw this character away. I'm kind of interested in some Cyclone builds, or not Cyclone, Whirlwind. Hang on, which one is it? Yeah, Eye of Reckoning. I know what game I'm playing. Alright, let's grab the loot. Why do we need the loot? Well, because we only have almost 4 million bits, and if you ever want to craft anything in this game, for example, stone plate greaves, or maybe you want one of the craftable belts with specific affixes, if you ever want any of that stuff, you are going to need more bits than you have, I guarantee it. You will also likely need more scrap than you have. And depending on what item it is, you probably need more crafting components than you have as well. Okay, as far as Ivonda goes, and I'm bringing Ivonda up because we're about to walk past her stash. As far as Ivonda goes, I'm just going to do my usual thing where I just get the note for her and give it to her and take the Exalted Stash. There is a way where you can get both the Exalted Stash and raid the supply dump she had. But it's a lot of extra running, and honestly, 1, maybe 2 totems is going to give you a similar amount of loot, so it's kind of not worth it. You can go into this particular fort entry here. Not now, but once you have the quest. And that's where her stash is. But you can kind of see we had to run all the way from over there. There's no rift gate anywhere near this place. So it's a decent run for, I mean, basically a totem or two worth of loot. And I think I'd rather just turn it in and go do some totems. Alright, I do also, maybe after this episode actually, I want to go and farm a new set of swords. Granted, I'm almost up to the 94 swords, so maybe we don't, but probably should go and farm a new one, or a new two. We'll see how we go. These have not been horrible, so maybe it's not really worth it, but looking at the rest of the gear as well, I took a quick look before I started. These are okay. These are not. But they are Stonehide of Alacrity, which is pretty good. Definitely want to get some better resistances, and well, actually, I want better armor, which is what I want on these gloves. But I really need these for the resistances. Like this is all of my bleeding resistance, basically. So I really need to start, or continue, I guess, looking for new gloves. Standard warning coming into this corner just here. This is potentially one of the more dangerous corners in the entire city, because you have stuff coming out of the ground here. You have mages coming out of this building. You'll see this door here. There's more mages and stuff up there as well. And then you can potentially have Fleshweaver Haraxus here, guarding these abandoned weapons, and he'll come with a whole bunch of stuff as well. So potentially, there can be a lot of stuff on that corner, including a somewhat scary hero. I mean, as far as heroes go, he's decently scary. But you can definitely have a lot of stuff show up on that corner. The other kind of dangerous corner, I'll point it out when we get there. Here he is. Here's Fleshweaver Haraxus and all of the stuff that he could have brought with him onto that corner. Okay, I don't know why that went the other way, but anyway, we're gonna not stand in the goop. Seems to be all gone. What have we got here? Fleshwarp Tome. No, thank you. We're not playing pets. Flamebreaker, it's a shield. And then the Doomsaw of Gluttony. One-handed axe, bunch of lifesteal stuff. That's actually not horrible. Anyway, where'd that blueprint go? There it is. And of course, we've got the little Aether Tornadoes that are going to follow us around for a little while now. Another reason that a lot of people really don't like Port Valbury is those tornadoes. Because you can't kill them, you can't leech from them, they just do damage to you, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Okay, I'm just clearing this area because this is the Black Iron Docks door, which we will be going into at some point in this episode, I think. Probably should drop a rift there, but I think I'll probably clear it by accident before I use it. Taskmaster's boots, yep, no, none of that, thank you. Champion of the Light, two-handed axe. Dawn Guard stuff, okay. Is he gonna follow me? No, he's running away. Good. Alright, we got some more mages here, and this little section has caused more than one or two rants about how do stairs work and similar things. So I will spare your ears this time, but just let it be known that stairs in this game are not fun. Alright, and I am going to go down here and blow up the wall with the dynamite, because every time I don't, I end up wanting to have already done it, and I end up running around and then blowing it up. But every time I do blow it up, yeah, there's no chance I'm going to use that gap. But if I don't blow it up, then I will want to use it. So we're just going to spend the 3 dynamite, and then that way, I don't have to worry about it if I ever do want to run through there. Alright, we got a hero here. What do we got? Time Warped. Chrome Alice. Okay, that's fine. Gale Wind Treads are not horrible. Get that circle of cold around you with the chance to freeze things. Pretty sure that's those boots. We also have... Where are you? Here we go. Hiram is the merchant in town. Where did those boots go? Was I right? Yes, I was. Howling Wind. Yeah, chance to freeze target. Yep. Otherwise, kind of meh. Certainly not horrible, but not amazing either. Alright, we got Chaldrus here. We'll take him out. And then I'm going to do a little trick from way back in the Diablo 2 days, where you go, I want to go left, but there's a rift gate or a waypoint to the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to use Ascension because I'm scared. 3 heroes in one little section there. And then as soon as these guys stop charging up the ramp to me, I'm going to stand in the goop and just press L to open my own personal rift here. And then we are going to go, not the way that I want to go, which is up there. We are instead going to go over here. And we're going to blow the door open and get the rift gate. I think I do want those weapons, just based on how not fast everybody's dying. Anyway, get the rift gate, and then we go back to the personal rift, save ourselves the run back. Get the Aether Crystal. Lore notes are always good, it's free XP. And I wonder if Ivonda will talk to me yet. I'm going to go back to town and find out. There's also this Exalted stash here, which is always going to be there. And there's the Dawn Shard Grip, which actually might be worth using. I don't know if I can afford to replace my current gloves just because of bleeding, but let's have a look. Chuck those back on the final page here. So Pierce and Poison, okay. I would definitely be short some bleeding though. Where can I get bleeding resistance from easily? I think the answer is literally nowhere. I mean, there's always that. Impervious of the Grove on the +1 amulet is pretty good though. Okay, we need to find a solution to this. I think the solution might be to go and do the hidden path and use some MI gloves there. There's some bleeding resistance, I could swap that in. Get some extra armor. Actually, can I swap that in? These will be fixed by the component there. We'd be down on poison and acid. Well, I mean, that'd fix it. Is that more armor? That's actually a little bit less armor. Is that doable? Yes, but also kind of no. Okay. We'll leave it for now. And I do want to, like I said, go talk to Ivonda. And just see if Ivonda wants to... Good workout. Wants to talk to me about her stash yet. Claudia can buy all this stuff from me. Unfortunately, when it comes to MI boots and MI gloves, there's not a huge selection. The only factions that have them are Homestead and the Rovers, I think, and they are level 75, I want to say. They are definitely not something you want to be wearing. Put it to good use. All right, let's just see here. See if Ivonda wants to talk. Stairs, once again, how do they work? Yeah, here we go. Okay, you're looking for something, you lost a note. Okay, we will go find her note. The main reason for doing this one is obviously the XP. Speaking of XP, Malmouth resistance only at Honored, unfortunately. We want Revered for those XP pots, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it. At least not before we're well and truly done with the Ashes of Malmouth expansion. That little star there on the map, that's going to be Ivonda's chest, so we can pop that open, take her memory, and we can go turn that in. Now, like I mentioned, what you can do is you can go and pop open the entry to the stash. If you don't go in there, you can then go back to town, give her note back, and then you can go loot the hidden cache, and then you get the Exalted Stash back in town for completing the quest the quote-unquote good way, but you've already looted her place. So it's kind of... you get the best of both worlds. But like I said, you have to do a decent amount of extra running for that, and the loot from the stash is actually really not that much, so I'm not going to bother. If that's something you do want to do, then by all means, go ahead and beat up on the poor forgetful woman. Take all of her stuff. The text... these things, what are they called? Whatever it is that you actually say is somewhat brutal. Let's go ahead and return her note there. Level 89. I'm pretty sure we're going to be putting points into this, but let's just have a look first. What I could be doing, I could be actually getting some health here. I could be getting more points in Guardians of Empyreon. I probably could put a couple more in Resilience as well, but probably not too good. Pierce and Aether. If this was bleeding resist, I'd be dumping points in there like a madman. Can we get a fourth target on this? No. I think we go Mogdrogan's Pact for now. Maybe a couple more levels. Just get this to the soft cap, so 12 out of 12. Then maybe Oak Skin as well. Oak Skin's pretty good. That armor value goes on all of your armor slots. It's not just on one, so that's pretty good. Pierce and Aether Res. I think we probably got Aether Res covered. Piercing, yeah, it's probably got that covered too, let's be honest. Okay, so we'll talk to Corinia here. Then we gotta go see Ulgrim. Okay, this is the Blackiron docks. So I'll pick that up, and then I'll forget about this quest here. I'll forget I've already got it. And then I'll be wondering, do I not have enough faction? I guarantee you I'll forget that. Okay, we'll take care of the vents. No, you know what? We're going to go do the Blackiron docks first. Because I will forget about it if I don't. So, quickest way to get there, honestly, there is no quick way. You need to go over here, which is either that way, or you can come around this way. It's probably quicker to go from the, what is this district called? Crown Hill. It's probably quicker. Probably. So we'll go this way. A bit of a run. Kind of uneventful as well. We'll go down this way. Maybe there's a few things to kill on the way. Yeah, there's a couple things. Just a couple. These guys are always good. These seem like they have a decent chance to drop Aether Clusters. Which, I mean, it's always good to have a couple of those on hand. The Ethereal Behemoth. Way too much in the way of hit points. Definitely feeling like I need to get some better weapons. So we'll see how much time we have left once we finish Ashes. And if there's some time left, maybe we'll go and kill Father Kymon back in Veteran. Because, yeah, I definitely think I need some new weapons. You go away. Okay, so the mission in the Blackiron docks is kill everything that moves, and if it doesn't move, kill it until it does. So we've got a decent number of ethereals. Mostly it's the fight over here that matters. I actually don't know if you need to kill all this stuff or if it's just the stuff that comes out of the ground here. I'm going to hide the items just so I can see what's going on. And then I'm pretty sure it's just this little section here that you actually need to kill. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Like lightning tornadoes. There we go, that's a bit better. Maybe that's why my damage felt rubbish. When did they disappear? I don't remember. Oh, it would have been when I got the level up and put points into that last node on them. And then decided against it. How long ago was that? A couple of minutes at least. Yeah, here we go. The damage feels a little bit better now. It was definitely the lack of the tornadoes. It's probably a few of you been screaming at the screen the whole time as well. Alright, I'm going to use potions here. Pop one of each. Ascension's up, so we'll use that as well. And we're going to be getting close. I think that noise was... Yep, quest complete. So you don't even have to kill everything that's summoned. Okay, Festa Blaze, vestments, and any gloves here? The answer is no. Okay, we're going to turn that in. Get some easy XP, and then we will go take care of the vents. So, Carinia, docks are done, and... Oh, we have the council as well. I always forget the council. Alright, we'll vendor all this stuff. Festa Blaze, I'm pretty sure is not something we're interested in. Acid to Fire, Ravenous Earth. Rune of Callista, yeah, okay. You go ahead and keep those. That's a lot of bleeding resistance. Stanching, yeah. Stanching is the bleeding resistance prefix. Winter Storm is kind of useless. No. But that is a lot of bleeding resistance, and a little bit of elemental as well. It's just not enough. Okay, Crown Hill. So around Crown Hill we have, what, like 6, 7 points of interest, I guess? We've got the vents, which we're going to go and whack. That's 3 of them. We've got Valaxteria, who we will be killing. You've got the Council, who will also be killing. You've got the entry into... Is it the... I can never remember the name. The Fleshworks. I think the first area has a different name, though, from memory. But there's the entry into there. And then there's a totem as well. So, one of only 2 totems in the entire city. So each time you load into the game, start a game up, whatever you want to call it, you will have a maximum of 2 totems in the city of Malmouth. Technically 3 if you want to count the plains outside the city, but I'm not going to. Sounds better that way. Alright, so I'm going to stop here, and we're going to go down this way and kill the council. Now the council is... I wouldn't say it's particularly rippy. It can be a little annoying because they... When you get them low, they get these little green crystals that orbit around themselves, and they take way less damage. So they can be quite irritating, but they're not particularly dangerous. Famous last words, I know, but well, we'll see, we'll see. Not having updated weapons is probably a bad idea. But it will mean that they take a little bit longer to die. They should still die decently quickly. Or at least until they put their damage reduction shield thingy up. Alright, let's start heading that way. Stop playing with the ethereals quite so much. Evaded into a pole like a pro. Spot the guy who's been playing this game for coming up on 3,000 hours. Can't even navigate around a pole. Okay, here we go. So just on the other side of this bridge, we are going to have the council. Now I'm going to stop short of actually going in there, although might have just activated them. No, they're staying in there. That's fine. I want to clear out this select section here, because that way, if I need to run, I have somewhere relatively safe to go to. And I also don't want to be fighting these and the council. Okay, so council. Let's see what happens here. Now, like I mentioned, I'm not expecting to take huge amounts of damage out of nowhere or anything like that. Apparently, just because I'm not expecting it doesn't mean it won't happen, though. Yeah, it's probably standing in goop. Let's just go for a bit of a jog around the room here. I'm not running away, I'm just tactically looting. Alright, so he's still got his little crystals orbiting around him. I think those only last for a little while and then they go away. I could be wrong. Probably wrong, let's just kill him. Ascension's back up as well, so we can use that. I was gonna say, why is he doing so much damage? Alright, anyway, they're dead. There is usually some enemies over here. They will also have the crystals orbiting around them. There's not going to be any here now, is there? Oh no, here we go. Yeah, so they've got the crystals orbiting around them as well, and they will be doing more damage, taking less damage. All the fun stuff. Here's me standing in goop. Let's use Ascension. That'll stop the goop from doing anything. And then, as long as we're not in the goop when Ascension wears off, we'll be fine. Alright, this lasts way too long. Okay, so Supreme Chest, we got a Steel Chest, we got an Ornate Chest, we got a Metal Strongbox. Do we get a blue item out of this at least? We get a blueprint. And they are not horrible. I probably will forget that they exist. From memory, they're a little bit expensive to craft. Anyway, that's fine. We've got what we came for. We have destroyed the council. And we can be on our way now. I swear I clicked on that door. Alright. Definitely taking that crystal. Okay, so next stop is Valaxteria. How are we doing for reputation here? I don't think we're anywhere near Nemesis, but yeah, no. Barely even, well, we're not even into hated yet. Where are you? What? Okay, sure. I mean, I guess if you have to click on the body from that side. Alright, so here's Valaxteria. Honestly, kind of the thing I'm most worried about in this area. Aether cluster again there, and we can just wait over here. Try and get her to come. There we go. Now, what should happen is you see the Sunder icon, and then her meteor should land exactly on top of my head. Her meteor should have landed on the wall that I was standing underneath, but apparently she doesn't roll like that. There we go. Bunch of Malmouth resistance there. And we've got the Band of Wandering Souls, which... yeah, no. No, definitely not. Have we got any gloves? No gloves. Maybe some boots. Bleeding? Yeah, none of that. How about pants? Don't really love any of that either. I think I might have to do a little bit of a farming episode. We've got some catching up to do on gear. A lot of this gear has been around for a little while. Having said that, I can see the totem there, and I didn't do the Desecrated Shrine. Don't need the devotion point, but it is basically free loot for killing monsters. Alright, we've hit Hated with the Ethereal Vanguard. Good to know, good to know. Let's drop a Rift Gate right here. This is another trick that I've been doing for a little while. Basically, you put a Rift Gate here, you do one big loop around the entire Crown Hill district. That puts you back at the Rift Gate, which is kind of here-ish. And then you just whoop over here. You do have to make the sound effect, otherwise it doesn't work. But then you come out back here and you just go straight in. It's worked pretty well for me. Like I mentioned though, you do have to make the sound effect. Otherwise it just doesn't work. It's not the same. Alright, we'll just sneak along this balcony here. Go down the stairs. Juke those mages. Definitely can't miss the Aether Shards though. Oh, and the mage is caught up. That was the last mistake they'll ever make. Okay, so Totem here. This is one of, I want to say 3, maybe 4 different locations that it can be. This one's probably the most annoying because it's the furthest away from anything. Alright, here we go. Turn the loot off and go. And as soon as everybody starts attacking, we pop Ascension. I probably could have pushed that a little bit earlier. Yeah, everybody's dead, and Ascension's still active. Okay, what do we get? Hara's Chest Guard. Well, that's no good. Stoneplate Greaves. These are the ones I was talking about. So you got Scrap, Scavenge Plating, and you'll notice that they are a yellow pair of boots. These are actually really good boots, if you can get good affixes on them. I might even craft a couple of them. I'm about to hit level 90. So because they are yellow crafted boots, it basically means you get a prefix and a suffix when you craft these. If they were green boots, that's kind of the game saying like, hey, these are already good enough that you only get either a prefix or a suffix. Definitely noticing those gloves. Definitely noticing those gloves. I think they're going to be swapped in. Let's have a look-see. Okay, so stanching of rapid reflexes. So that's attack speed. Really good. Minus cunning, kind of whatever. Plus cunning, also kind of whatever. But 70% bleeding resistance is pretty good. We are going to be uncapping our poison to do that. But I could just put an anti-venom salve on my boots, maybe. What's our move speed at? Still not even capped. Okay, that's unfortunate. I'm going to hang on to these, because I think I want to use them. And let's go hit level 90. We'll go get the third... what are they called? The third vent? I think they're called vents. Yeah, the Northern Exhaust Vent. Yeah, we'll go bash that. And hopefully I don't forget about my little trick with the Rift Gate, because I was super impressed with myself when I did that. And if I clear it, it's going to be amusing for you guys and incredibly frustrating for me. So we'll do that first. We'll hoof it back to the rift over here. Bunch of stuff to kill here. And we'll just keep spinning. Just imagine Dory from Finding Nemo. Just keep spinning, just keep spinning. I don't know why that popped into my head. Hey, there's level 90. Okay, you know what that means? It means we only get 1 skill point per level from now on. And I think... Oh no, that was our last 2-point level up. I think we go... the armor. I know I've just been complaining about not having enough damage, but... I mean, if you've got enough defense, then having enough damage doesn't matter. Alright, let's go craft a few boots. Maybe not going to be able to craft a bunch of them, but we can craft some. And what do we get? Life Giver Signet. Okay, this is pretty good. Alright, let's, yep, it had to be done. Okay, so the Life take a proc there on attack, basically do a bunch of damage. Unfortunately, it's Vitality. But look at all that attack damage converted to health. And also it's 25% main hand damage as well, so that's a decent chunk. Do we have Vitality converted? That's Aether. There's probably a way to get Vitality converted, but the problem here is that my rings are pretty good for resistance as well. So we can't really use that. Though it wouldn't be bad. Alright, let's go ahead and vendor all this. And hopefully I remember not to clear the Rift Gate. What level was that? It's a level 84. I'm going to hang on to that. Even if I don't actually use it on this character, which I'm probably not going to. This is an item that may be useful in a quote-unquote end-game build, so I'm going to hang on to it. Probably forget it exists. Alright, so Stoneplate Greaves. Now, I want to do this in Devil's Crossing for the chance of getting a little bit of extra armor percentage. Each of the blacksmiths has their own crafting bonus. Angron here, sorry, Angrim. I always forget he's not the Demon Prince. He has a chance to give you percentage armor. I think he also potentially has Aether and Chaos Res as a chance, although that might be the Homestead Smith. From memory, the Steelcap Smith has stun resist. But we will see. I want feet. Okay, so Stoneplate Greaves. Now, I can craft 46 of these. And they come with 4% physical resistance. That's probably a range. 3 to 5 would be my guess. They come with move speed. Again, that's probably a range of 2 to 4. And then they come with pierce resist as well. So all I need is to get a pair with poison resist of some description. And maybe something else. So let's see what we get here. There's Mighty of Thorns. That's pretty garbage. Shrewd of the Eagle. That is going to be a ton of stats. That's 6% physical resistance on those two. It's pretty good. Mighty of Haste. Okay. Can we get some rare boots? That'd be great. Okay, Impervious of Haste. That's already pretty good. Maybe I don't need the green boots. Okay, Mystic of the Flesh Hulk. So all the physical and aether damage there kind of doesn't matter. 10% spirit is good. Move speed, armor. So we did get the crafting bonus there as well. Pierce and elemental, and a little bit of stun duration resistance. We are way over the cap on stun, so that's fine. Alright, let's put those aside. I'm going to craft a few more and just see what we get. That's kind of whatever. Formidable of Protection. Now, Formidable used to be amazing. Now it's just okay. Having said that, these boots are not horrible. I am a little low on DA, so they could be good. I think I need the Pierce. Pierce, Poison, and preferably Bleeding. Alright, what do we got here? Mystic of Oswald's Flame, not really very useful. Aggressive of Attack, that is a lot of offensive ability. Aggressive of the Boar, same, but less offensive ability, more spirit and physique. I think I'm going to stop here, and I'm probably going to use these boots. So we get a little bit of extra armor on the boots. Probably end up having less armor overall, even with the physical resistance there. Yeah, I'm going to chuck those on. And then... what are those gloves? These ones. Can I do that? Yeah, I can. Okay. So we're going to do that. Now, these are not the most amazing items, I guess, in the world. But what they are is armor upgrades. And so I'm going to take them. I'm going to keep the add-on. Chuck that on there. Keep this add-on. Chuck that on there. Resistances are all capped. We've got a little bit more physical resistance, which is pretty good. Let's go ahead and vendor these. I could blow these up, I guess, but yeah, whatever. Okay, and physique, and let's go kill us a... well, he's not really a god. Is he even celestial? Don't know. We'll go kill Theodan. Theodan Marcell. Now, this run is something that I am incredibly familiar with because Krieg. So, let's just go ahead and do it. This is a much easier run to do when you have Blitz and or Shadow Strike and or the Blitz clone movement skill. Unfortunately, I don't have those, so we're just going to spin through all the trash and rush through the big guys. Now there is hidden loot all over the place in here, and also I always forget to do this, but once you get to here, this little gate, you should go back to the Coven and pick up the quest that'll open that gate for you. So is it Rugia? It's one of the Seers anyway. This one. No, this one. It's one of these. It's down here. This one. Yeah, it is Rugia. There we go. See, I know what I'm talking about sometimes. Okay, lay on the crazy, and I will seek it out. So the crazy is basically she's saying that she can sense us here, and also us in Malmouth. And she's kind of not wrong. Because the us in Malmouth, where is it? The other you. So we have to go and find the other you, which is an ethereal just past this gate. And then we bonk her on the head, and she gives us a skill point. And I believe the first time you run in here, she wants to talk as well. So we should be able to murder all of this to death. Yep. Yep, she wants to talk. Arcanus here definitely needs to die, although again, damage is somewhat questionable. Alright, here we go. Basically, we just need to kill her. And she has her human form here. And then once she dies, there's going to be an ethereal form as well. So there we go. Valaxteria the Mind Thief. And down she goes. Alright, so one skill point there. Did drop as a purple, but it's a lot of vitality stuff lately. Okay, go ahead and eat that as well. And like I said, we got a skill point out of that, so a little bit of extra armor, some pierce, and aether resistance. Because, you know, we're nowhere near the cap on aether and pierce resistance. But, you know, armor is always good. Okay, so we're done making sidetracks here. We are going to kill Theodan. I mean, actually, I guess I say we're done with sidetracks, but we are going to kill Krieg as well. So there's at least one more sidetrack here. None of you guys are heroes, so I kind of don't care. Alright, Krieg is in the northwest. What is that? Okay, I think we definitely need to kill him on the way. So Hagelvar the Bonemonger is part 1 of the key that opens the door to Theodan. So we'll kill him. Gut Crush Warmaul, we're almost certainly not ever going to craft. Yeah, definitely not going to be crafting that. Alright, here's Krieg, and as long as you don't move when you're fighting Krieg, he'll put his little traps on the floor and he'll do the Sunder icon. And as long as you don't stand on the traps that you just watched him put down, like I just did, as long as I hadn't gone a little bit to the north there, I wouldn't have got sundered and it would have been fine. Apparently we got a little bit low there, which is not a good sign, actually. Okay, these could be good. They're kind of not. They could have been good. Alright, so Krieg's dead. Let's kill these guys off. And I'm thinking we should be able to just go in and kill Theodan. I'm not expecting anything too terribly difficult from him. So we just got to find... what's the other guy? Hagelvar and... Yeah, I got nothing. I can't remember his name. Anyway, that star up there is the door itself, so we got to go down this way. He's probably going to be on this bottom platform. He's, yeah, there he is. Alright, and we don't want to stand in the goop there. I believe that red water actually does damage. Call it red water. It's probably blood, let's be honest. Alright, that's the end of him. Does it do damage? Let's go stand in it. Maybe not. Maybe not. So I do like hidden loot in the walls, so I'm going to grab this. And also, Hageron here, we're just going to leave him. I'm going to not mess with him. And I did mention we're just going to go in and kill Theodan. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen here. Yeah, let's go kill him. I don't think I need any potions. He should just die. We'll see if that happens, but should just die. Alright, so he summons friends, and I kind of just don't care. The more friends he summons, the more life stealing I can do. And phase number 2. He's got more friends coming. Kind of want to save them for lifesteal, but I don't think my pets are going to let me. Alright, so phase 2. I don't know what he does there. It's literally never been an issue for me. Okay, so I'm waiting for him to jump up into the air, and then I'm going to get out of the pool that he forms on the ground there. I know I'm standing in poison here. Okay, dodge all that, and now we just kill him, I think. I'm going to use Ascension just so I don't not use it for the entire fight. And down he goes. Grab the loot. Kill off the rest of his friends. For anyone wondering, if you can survive long enough to run up there, there's some really cool stuff. Definitely give it a shot on hardcore. And, okay. Just so no one actually tries it, there's nothing up there. There's only death up there. I have tried to run up there before. I promise you, there's nothing up there. Just don't get yourself killed. Right, well, that is the end of the Living Factory, which is the quest name. Let's see what loot we get out of that. Okay, so Reckless Tempest at level 18, which is pretty good. And we got the Crest of Winter Fortitude, which is completely useless. That's actually really bad. Which is fine. Most of the time, you're not going to get something that's particularly useful. But, you know, it would have been nice to get something, well, nice. Okay, so we got a little bit of time left. I think I'm going to go kill Kymon a couple of times. And then we will start Forgotten Gods in the next episode. So, if farming is not really your thing, then that's it for this episode. I'm just going to go back to Veteran and kill Father Kymon a couple times to try and get some new weapons. So if that's not your thing, like I said, then thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And for everybody who does enjoy farming, there's probably 10-15 minutes worth of farming here. Alright, so we want the Tomb of the Eldritch Sun. Now we are back on Veteran, which means things are going to be a little bit easier, but this is still I mean, they're still level 90. It's not going to be a complete walk in the park. Just, you know, mostly. I fully expect Kymon himself to be decently rippy. But I think we can maybe dodge through a lot of this stuff. There is, of course, the free dynamite. There is also... what's his name? Brother Sigarius. He'll be in here somewhere. You're guaranteed to get him... Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil. You're guaranteed to get him somewhere in here, so just keep your eye out. Eventually, you'll find him like that. Hopefully you see him coming, like I didn't. Alright, and we can go downstairs. Okay, second floor. Again, I'm just going to try and run through this, I think. I'll probably kill more than I need to, but the plan, at least, is to just go through here. Maybe even just holding Eye of Reckoning might be the way to go. This way, the smaller monsters kind of don't exist, and the larger ones will start taking damage as soon as they're in range. I'm going to skip that totem as well. I know totems are really good XP, they're really good loot, but they're also more time. So we can skip them while we're deliberately target farming a certain MI. Okay, so Father Kymon, for anyone who doesn't remember, does a lot of physical damage and a lot of fire damage. So what I should be able to do is run over there, wait till I get a little bit low, and then we'll push Ascension. You know what? He's half dead. We'll just use Ascension now. Down he goes. We've got Storm Charged of Alacrity. Level 92, that means this is a level 84 base, which is what I was after, with a level 92 prefix or suffix. So we'll take that, and we'll be on our way. Now what am I, level 90 now? So, yeah, level 90. I'm practically 91. So that's going to be one of my weapons. Storm Charged is pretty good. We get the Chain Lightning proc, which is 2.6 to 7.6. Considerably better than the... hang on a second. Wait, what's going on there? Oh, yeah, that's right. The Elemental Seal is only 2,000. But it is an AoE. I was reading the Chain Lightning granted skill from the Seal of Skies and going, hang on a sec. I swear I had the Elemental Seal on those. Anyway, that sword will be quite nice. Now, ideally, I'd like to get some level 94 ones, but that's an extra 2 levels before I can use them, so again, not ideal. Try and skip a lot of this stuff. You've got shiny weapons. Do you actually have shiny weapons? You don't. The shiny weapons were a lie. Okay, are we actually getting XP here? It's entirely possible that that the pets are killing things behind me. That is definitely a thing that could be happening. See, I'm getting a little bit of XP. Ooh, Ever and Flame Tongue definitely needs to die. Are we anywhere near Nemesis with these guys? That's probably something that's worth checking. Let's have a look here. Who are they? They are Eldritch Horrors. Decently close, not super close, but I think probably by the time we get through Ultimate Forgotten Gods, we're going to be very close to Nemesis, if we're not there. And Kaisan is not... I would say he's probably not the most dangerous of the Nemesis, but he definitely can be quite dangerous. There's 91, so one more level so we can use our shiny new weapon. Nearly back to Kymon again. I think I'm just going to use Ascension just as soon as I get near him. I almost felt like I wasted it last time, so I think we just kill him with it active. Use it as damage instead of damage absorption. Alright, here we go. Yeah, we definitely use it for both. And we've got Charged of Veracity. So Charged is not horrible. Acquired level 94. Okay, so that's a level 94 base. Charged is going to be the flat lightning damage there. And then of Veracity is Lifesteal and Vitality damage. Which is actually not bad. That could be a good weapon. Maybe. Let's kill him a couple more times. Leave those blues on the ground. I think I'm going to kill him at least one more time. Maybe two. We'll see how we go for time. Alright. Round 3. Fight. Or rather, round 3. Run. So the only downside to farming Veteran is this is basically no challenge at all. Running through all this trash. Might even be worth just dropping it to normal. Honestly, there's no challenge even in Veteran here. You look shiny. Okay, I'm definitely keeping my eyes open for heroes. More reputation with the Witch God, or with the Witch Cults, is never a bad thing. How close are we actually with any of them? The cult of all three of them, decently good. We will most likely have to farm some reputation, but it's not going to be much. See this guy here? This guy's made out of reputation as well. So we're going to kill him. Leave all his junk on the floor there. And be on our way. 112 with all three of the cults. So he is definitely worth farming. Or he's worth killing if you're in the area, put it that way. I don't know that I would come here and farm him. Especially when the Temple of... what is that place called? The Ruins of Abid has a better farm. Alright, nearly there, nearly there. Okay, here we go. So I've gone into this fight with my circuit breakers on cooldown, which is not a good idea. And we've got Puncturing of the Slayer. I'm not even going to pick that up. That's garbage and can stay on the floor. I am actually going to end the episode here. I'll kill him a few more times off screen, but yeah, it's not super exciting. So that is going to be the end of the episode, and I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.